Alright, how's it going, guys? Another update in the shop, and as you can see, I got another tractor behind me. Today we're working on my Murray, and I don't think you guys have seen this yet. I haven't made any videos of it. I've posted some pictures up on Facebook on Made Mud Mowers and West Coast Mud Mowers and my own group, Ontario Modded Mowers. It's nothing fancy or anything. It's one of the cheaper Murrays. It's just a pressed together stamped frame. It's not like a wide body frame or anything like that. I had to change the motor out. It had a 12 horse flathead in it. I'm putting an 11 horse flathead in it because the old engine, it had no compression, but it had really good spark, whereas this one had no spark and really good compression. So I switched the coil over. I got spark now. I had the carb pulled off. I had it soaking in vinegar, and it's all back together now. It's all cleaned up. That's it there. Just the old style Briggs carb. I had the rear end apart, and I locked up the rear end. As you can see here in the picture, I got the rear end all locked up. The spider gears are welded to the cross pin, and it's all re-greased. I got a new pulley for the top. That's the pulley for the engine. That's the old pulley setup, and as you can see, the new engine pulley is a fair bit bigger. Not a lot bigger, but it's a little bit bigger. It's going to be slightly overdriven. It should do, hopefully, about 30 kilometers an hour after this thing's all built and together. These are the lift blocks I made up for the back. Again, nothing special, just 1/2 inch plate by 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches wide. The reason I had to do that is because the old pulley didn't sit quite as high up. So I figured by dropping it 1/2 inch, which is actually the difference between the new pulley and old pulley, that'll make everything line up. So those are just going to go sit on there, and then just go in between the transmission and the tractor when it gets bolted up. So they'll have a 1/2 inch lift, which is nothing crazy, but it is what it is, and I'm kind of liking it. It's just a cheap build. I want to see how cheap I can build it. So far, not including the price of the tractor, which isn't very much. Not that one. I'm $6 into the hub center for this pulley. I had everything else. So that engine's out of one of my parts tractors, and that transmission's out of this tractor. I'm hoping I'll just have to buy 2 tires for the back when it's done. I'm going to mount the old back tires onto the front with rims that I had, and just buy some like cheap knobbies or whatever my tire supplier has that's cheap. So anyways, that's it for right now. Alright guys, I got the rear end all bolted in with the lift blocks in there. I got a belt just kind of tossed over. You can't see it from up here, but the pulley's on there, tightened up. Now I'm ready to toss the engine on and throw the carb on the engine, and then just get the belt all situated and all that lovely stuff. So anyways, I'll bring you guys back when I get a little bit more done. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but this weather seems kind of horseshit for being the 22nd of April. Then yes, that is snow. But this is downright horseshit. Okay guys, well, motor's all bolted on, fuel line's hooked up, there's gas in the tank, wheels are on, tranny's bolted up. I got a battery in there, hooked up. The only problem is when you turn the key to the start position, it doesn't energize the starter solenoid. So I just hot wired it. I just jumped it. I got a wire going from the energizer stud, and you just touch that on there. and it turns over. So I might just end up running like a momentary toggle switch or a push button along beside the key, and it's not that big of a deal. I got the steering wheel pulled off just so I can move the dash, but I'll be putting that back on. And I had it running, and I'll fire it up for you guys in a second. But yeah, so it's coming together. I had to get another pulley for the engine. I ended up getting the wrong size, because most of these engines I thought were 1-inch shaft, and it's 1 inch coming out of the block, and then it goes to 7/8. So I had to go and get another pulley and hub. I got a 5.5 inch pulley with a weld-in hub for 7/8 shaft, and then I got to weld that up, and then I'll put it on and do up the belt, and hopefully we can go for a test drive today. There you go, guys. You good?
It's recording. Ooh, these fenders. You get him. You go get him. You go get him.
Holy fuck. That thing's fast.
Yeah.
You want to take it for a spin?
Oh, no, it's alright.
No. Did you hit the choke? Huh.
You tell it.